Hello everyone, thanks very much for coming this afternoon. There's a couple of our clients in the audience, but for those of you that don't know me, my name's Chris Sykes. I'm an English solicitor and co-founder of Dragonlaw. Dragonlaw, if you don't know, is a company based here at Cyberport. We provide an online platform for drafting legal documents. One of my roles in Dragonlaw is looking after our clients, and when we first launched our product a year and a half ago, we launched the first version of the beta version of our software. One of the things that we quickly came across was the sort of demands that startups and SMEs have aside from their legal documentation. And one of the most popular areas where businesses need help and needed help and need help was in the area of visa applications. So to this end, we formed a relationship with Mr. Stephen Barnes over there, an expert in visas from the Hong Kong Visa Centre. Like me, he's an English solicitor who's been over in Hong Kong for a number of years and knows pretty much everything there is to know about visas. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to him and we can get going with this presentation.
Yeah, great stuff. So thanks for coming. We're going to tag team this today, actually, Chris and I. I'm going to be speaking substantively to Hong Kong immigration, and because there are things that can happen with your legals in your organisation that adds an air of sophistication to an immigration application, it makes perfect sense for us just to go that extra step, I think, in this presentation, just to deal with those legal issues that do arise in the context of visa applications. So we'll pass this backwards and forwards between the two of us. Okie dokie, so what I would like you to do is essentially just listen to my dulcet tones for the next 20-25 minutes or so. Maybe listen really, really carefully when Chris speaks, because his stuff is a lot more complicated than mine, all things considered. But essentially all the materials that you're going to learn about today can be found on our website, either hongkongvisageezer.com or Hong Kong Visa Handbook. You'll see the URL presented on the slides as we go through the presentation today. So just relax and kind of listen to me as far as you can, and know that you've got the stuff available on the website when you need it. So this is what we're going to cover today. Because this audience is really sort of driven around startup, entrepreneurial activity, SMEs, businesses that are in growth phase, where immigration issues will be arising, what I thought I would do is sort of take this very, very wide body of material and focus it down on those particular types of immigration applications that give people the privilege to work. As part and parcel of that exercise, we'll sort of travel down the journey of assessing who is an entrepreneur, who's an employee, and what might be construed as a startup for the purposes of visa applications. Bit of a vested interest in this presentation, Cyberport, because as you'll see when I discuss the startup visa, the so-called startup visa, in actual fact there isn't a startup visa per se. There's a simplified process for securing a business investment visa as an entrepreneur if you're able to qualify under certain conditions as a startup. But I'll just discuss that with you. But I say here, yeah, startup visa, yeah, right, it's not really a visa per se. Look at all the other immigration stati that give you the right to work, or the privilege to work at least, and then just touch on the issue of mainlanders. When it comes to securing the permission to work for mainlanders, there are extra challenges associated with those passport holders, or those travel document holders at least. Because invariably there's a family dimension to securing privileges to work in Hong Kong, I'll go through the various immigration stati that relate to family members, both traditional families and non-traditional families, and then I'll take you through the discrete resources on our websites that will allow you to promulgate applications by yourself without paying for any professional help. The idea is, our business idea is to share all our knowledge, all our IP, all our experience with you, put it on the internet, and then you can go off and do these applications all by yourself without having to pay guys like me to help you, which explains why we've got the cameras here today, so we capture everything that we put out.